Hi there! Welcome to a new video of A Matter of Life and Death. My name is Willem van Zandvoort,
I'm Paul Ketelaars.
and today we have something pretty exciting for you guys. We're going to be talking about the Mendix Assist Performance Bot. It's a new addition to the Mendix Assist family. We've all known the
The Logic Bot.
the Logic Bot. Thank you. And well, this is a new addition to that family. So we're gonna check it out. Can't wait to see what it brings.
So like you said, the Mendix Assist Performance Bot is the new addition to the family.
Yeah.
The Logic Bot previously was called just Mendix Assist and helps you in creating activities in your microflow, basically.
Yeah.
It kind of analyzed your microflow and it gave some tips on what you could do next. And the Performance Bot, as the name does suggest, tries to help you in optimizing your performance, the performance of your application.
Very true.
And as Mendix calls it in their documentation, the Mendix Performance Bot is an intelligent virtual co-developer bot that helps you improve the performance of your app by inspecting your app model against Mendix development best practices in Mendix Studio Pro. That's a mouthful.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's true.
But that is in fact what it does, right? It analyzes your model, has some best practices, and tells you what you can improve to improve your performance.
Yeah. So it consists of 3 levels. So the first thing it does,
Can we show it? Can we show it?
The bot itself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. So before we dive into what that can do, obviously we wanna enable it first.
You have to enable it first. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a few settings that we have to take into account. And the first one is in Edit Preferences. And then in the General tab, you have the Logic Bot and you have the Performance Bot. So you can show the recommendations in the editors. So what that will do is if there is an error, according to the Performance Bot, something that it can optimize, it will show an icon.
Yep.
The other one we have to go into View, and then we have the Mendix Assist Performance Bot.
Yes. So it's a new pane in your Studio Pro environment.
A new pane in the you can configure it as well. We have 2 configuration options, 2 configuration tabs.
Yep.
You can set the modules and what you want to have checked against the best practices. And you can decide which best practices, so you can enable or disable things if you don't feel like they should be checked.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty useful because, for example, looking at the app model tab, you might not want the bot to check App Store modules.
Sure, that makes sense because those are things you might not want to change yourself.
Exactly. So I think that's this is a cool feature in the bots that you can select which modules it should check.
Yeah, I think this is already shows that this is well thought through.
Yeah,
like, it's not something that is forced upon your entire model, but you can select. Yeah, I like that.
I agree. And you were gonna tell something about the levels it works on.
Well, that's the 3 levels that Mendix itself has put in their documentation as well. So it first it tries to detect anti-patterns, then it will recommend you with possible fixes, and if it's possible, it will also auto-fix those. So that's what we will show you.
Yes. An experienced developer might have already seen this microflow has not been optimized. Obviously, Mendix Assist Performance Bot knows that as well, and it shows it with the blue one on the commit activity, and of course also in the pane itself.
Exactly.
That there is something to optimize in this microflow. Yeah, so in this case, it both shows level 2 and 3. So it shows you the possible resolution on the how to fix. Even shows you a potential impact. And in this case, because it can safely solve this issue and this anti-pattern without touching the rest of your microflow, it can even auto-fix the microflow. You can even see that looking at the little icon in the performance bot pane.
Exactly.
It has a little A icon, of autofix, which might be a bit hard to see, but it's there, trust me. And
that's what
when
she
you click
said.
And when you click on move the commit, it will actually auto-fix this anti-pattern.
So let's do that. It has resolved the issue.
Because in this case, the loop obviously didn't do anything, so it deleted the loop.
Yep.
Another example of one of the best practices it can use is, for example, calculated values. So it doesn't only work in your microflow editor, it also works in your domain model.
Yeah.
So we have a calculated value, which has a microflow attached, and that microflow returns 1.
Sure.
And as we inspect the model, or let the bot inspect the model, you get a little 1.
Okay, so what you can see here now is that the calculated attribute in this case is not used and is thus a performance issue. Every time you do something with an animal object, the calculated attribute will be calculated, which is a performance degradation.
Which is a bad practice.
Exactly. So pretty cool to see that this also works on the domain model. So microflows and domain models.
By the way, that's good to mention. The bot doesn't work when you have consistency errors.
Yeah.
So you need to fix all errors before you can run the performance bot, which makes sense, right?
It's pretty cool. And what I do like to mention here as well, I know we've been trying out the Assist Logic Bot, and obviously now the performance bot. And I do have to say the performance bot performs really well, at least in in this tiny test application. We haven't tried it yet in a real production app, a big one.
Can we look at the anti-patterns it can detect right now?
Yeah, obviously there's an easy way to get there to see what they can do. We'll also post links below the video, but in case you're ever inside Studio Pro, just go to the configuration, best practice, and click any of these, because this will take you to a page we already had open here, but that doesn't matter. The best practices performance, the reference guide.
Yeah, so it's cool, like they did with the error pane. There are unique codes that link to a certain documentation page, which you can use to get more information about said topic.
Yeah, so as you can see, the one we showed you right now was to avoid committing objects inside a loop with a create object, change object, or commit activity. In our case, it was commit activity. And it will show you, in case you can't fix it yourself, if the performance bot can't fix it, how to fix it yourself.
Yeah, so a bit more information than what the performance bot just says as a recommendation.
Yeah.
So this is pretty handy and easy to use.
Exactly.
With the click through link.
So well, check out this list of best practices, not only because the performance bot is interesting, but also for your own app benefit and your benefit as a developer yourself.
Exactly.
Take these into account because, well, they're, I want to say they should be common knowledge.
Now, looking at the possible future, what would you like to see? Personally, I think it may be a bit in the future, but I would love to see us being able to import our own best practices.
Oh yeah.
One way or the other. I don't know how they're going to do it, if they're going to do it, but that would be amazing.
That would be cool.
What about you?
Well, obviously we see a lot of CI/CD being used lately. So using the performance bot before you build your application and deploy it to the cloud, that would also be pretty cool. We know for a fact that they are working on this. Yeah, Mendix is working on this.
Slight spoiler.
but we were allowed to mention it. So exactly. Let's see. How this will land in the community. We're very excited to hear what you all think of this.
Yeah.
I know for sure that the next project that we are going to build in Studio Pro 9, I will enable the performance bot, because for me as an experienced developer, you mentioned it before, it's a nice way of being reminded of things you could improve.
And especially if it doesn't slow down the rest of Studio Pro, why wouldn't you enable it?
That's so true. Yeah. No one should feel they're good enough, so to say, to not enable this if it doesn't have any performance impact. It's just a nice reminder.
There is no perfect developer. Everybody makes mistakes or forgets best practice, or it's just a nice reminder.
Yeah, exactly. And for new developers, it's really valuable, because it's just a way of hammering on those best practices and making apps that will work well in production.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So looking forward to what the future will bring for the performance bot.
Yes, and as a verdict, I'm super excited about this. I know we're generally excited about everything Mendix Studio Pro related.
That's true. Most of the things anyway.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what the future will bring.
Same. So if you miss anything, have any thoughts about this bot or anything else, feel free to drop a comment, hit us up on Slack or whatever.
Yeah.
Feel free to reach out to us.
Exactly. And if you like this video and you would like to see more, please like and subscribe so we can do our jobs.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Bye-bye.